Hello and welcome to the LCTV News. I'm Mukala Kabongo. In this edition of the LCTV News, Pie Face Challenge, 3rd Annual Protect Our Streets Basketball Showcase, Frederick Douglas Speech reading, annual fireworks, sit down with Ray Bastarache, and more. Over 80 residents gathered at Gowdy Park for the 2nd Annual Gastroparesis Pie Face Challenge. The Pie-A-Thon, which was started by Andrew Bellevue to bring awareness to gastroparesis, which is the paralyzation of the stomach. This year's Pie-A-Thon had 25 participants, including a few of Lynn's elected officials. For the better part of 3 hours, pies were flying around and being smashed in participants' faces. The Pie-A-Thon raised a little over $1,400 for Gastroparesis Patient Association or Cures and Treatment. A person who suffers from gastroparesis cannot eat, digest, or absorb nutrients. Gastroparesis affects approximately 5 million Americans. Hoops past and present gathered at Marshall Middle School for the 3rd Annual Protect Our Street Basketball Showcase. The showcase, which was started by Simi Anderson and Ward 6 Councilor Fred Hogan, was a way to showcase Lynn's basketball talent as well as combat violence in the city of Lynn. After weeks of delay due to uniform arrivals, the showcase got going with its slate of 5 games, beginning with elementary division, Following the elementary division was the middle school division, which saw West Lynn defeat East Lynn 41-39 in double overtime. In the women's matchup, the West Lynn team won in a rout 45-22. The high school division saw the West Lynn team gain a 5-point victory over the East. The event was capped off with the East vs. West men's matchup, in which the West took the victory. Congratulations to the Lynn Tech SkillsUSA team for winning 3 gold medals at the National SkillsUSA Leadership and Skills Conference in Louisville, Kentucky. Tech's SkillsUSA team received gold medals for Community Service, Community Action Award, and National Outstanding Model of Excellence. Jason McCush, co-advisor of Tech's SkillsUSA team, was the winner of the National SkillsUSA Advisor of the Year. McCush, who was in his 6th year with Tech SkillsUSA team, was this year's State Advisor of the Year. McCush was also the recipient of last year's State Advisor of the Year award. The competition was satisfying for Tech seniors Edward Cuevas and David Barrios. The 2 who graduated last month were extremely happy to be able to bring home the gold for Tech before they go off to college. SkillsUSA is a national partnership formed by students, teachers, and industries. There are chapters throughout the country that help ensure America's workforce. Now for the police update. On July 2nd, Lynn police arrested Irvin McConney Jr. and Alex Poisson on charges of trafficking heroin, crack cocaine, and marijuana possession with intent to distribute. The arrest came after State Police Gang Unit, along with State Police Tactical Operations Team, the Attorney General's Office, and Lynn Police executed a search warrant at an apartment on 21 Beacon Hill Ave, where they seized 55 grams of heroin, 14 grams of cocaine, and 183 grams of marijuana. Heroin packaged in a plastic bag was found inside a sneaker. Crack cocaine was found on a shelf above the sneaker inside a plastic bag. Also during the search warrant, drug paraphernalia, which included a digital scale that had white powdered substance on it, a knife, scissors, and a box of plastic sandwich bags were discovered on a dresser. Lynn police arrested a 44-year-old man last week for repeatedly stabbing his stepfather. Sonny Thompson, who was arrested in New Jersey, had a warrant on him from Lynn District Court. Thompson is being charged with armed assault to murder and mayhem, according to Lynn Police Lieutenant Chris Kelly. The arrest stemmed from a June 8 incident where Thompson allegedly stabbed his stepfather on Essex Street. The victim was able to recover after being taken to Mass General Hospital with life-threatening injuries. A Lynn man suffered burns to his hand while lighting fireworks during the 4th of July. According to Fire Chief Stephen Archer, the incident happened near Brookline Street. The man suffered minor injuries to his right hand. He was transported to Mass General Hospital, where he is expected to make a full recovery. Fireworks injuries are quite common during the 4th of July. In Massachusetts alone, about 38 people in the last decade were taken to Massachusetts emergency rooms for severe burns from fireworks. The 9th annual Frederick Douglas Speech reading was held at High Rock Tower. Pony rides, fire truck displays were a few of the highlights during the speech reading. LCTV sent a crew for the festivities.
This is from Frederick Douglass, July 5th, 1852. President, friends and fellow citizens, the task before me is one which requires much previous thought and study for this proper performance. The papers and placards say that I am to deliver a 4th of July oration. A song, oh, at last.
This is a great event for the community to get together. Wendy Joseph is doing a great job, especially to acknowledge the accomplishments of Frederick Douglass.
And you'll see that at the end, 53,000 people died in that battle. So, July 3rd.
This, for the purpose of this celebration, is the 4th of July. It is the birthday of our national independence and of your political freedom. This, to you, is what the Passover was to the emancipated people of God. It carries your minds back to the day and to the act of your great deliverance.
The simple story is that 76 years ago, the people of this country were British subjects, the style and title of your sovereign people, in which you now glory.
Oppression makes a wise man mad. Your fathers became restive under this treatment. They felt themselves the victims of grievous wrongs, wholly incurable in their colonial capacity. With brave men, there is always a remedy for oppression.
So far, I see a pretty good turnout. We have a lot of citizens, people representing a lot of different parts of the city, and it's just a great community to just getting together and seeing people from the community getting together. It's just great to see celebrating the 4th of July. Engaging with people, everyday people, and just talking is just awesome. It's a great experience, getting to know people and just people that I identify with, and we all reflect the same things.
At last, baby, oh, at last.
I think something like this, it also brings people together, but not only for the purpose of the 4th of July, but also to like educate people and make people aware of things that happen in our great city, and also to see that diversity of the people.
Oh, at last, the skies above, they're blue.
Citizens, your fathers made good that resolution. They succeeded, and today you reap the fruits of their success. The freedom gained is yours, and you, therefore, may properly celebrate this anniversary. The 4th of July is the first great fact in your nation's history, the very ring bolt in the chain of your yet undeveloped destiny.
The annual City of Lynn fireworks show and concert took place at Red Rock Park, and LCTV was on the scene.
Facilitator of the Friday Family Support Group, and we've been coming down here for as long as I can remember. The group's been in existence for 22 years, and this is one of our annual family outings that we bring the families to. So we get here early, we set up, we provide sandwiches, snacks, and things for the kids, and we bring some activities for them to play with and just sit around here and break bread and have community until it's time for the fireworks show. And it's a summer tradition that we all look forward to.
We are newly moved here about a year and a half ago. We heard about the great concerts, decided this is a must-do for us this year. So we're here for our first concert, and we're looking forward to seeing what Lynn Swampscott has to offer.
I'd like to take this time to wish every veteran and their family a happy 4th of July, and may they all come home safe wherever they are.
Down here we have a beautiful night. Of course, the Friends of Lynn and the Hot Beach, they do this every year, the concert series. We are so happy and so proud that we kick it off every year. This is our 17th year being involved. It's I believe, our 10th year in doing the first concert here on the 3rd of July. And it is such a great time, and I'm so honored that we keep coming back. I see so many friends, the people are awesome. This is one of the best things that Lynn, Nahant, and Swampscott put together. This is just a great way to start the summer. We play from 7 to 9. And the fireworks come on at 9, and that's always a wonderful event. So I want to just say thank you to everybody for having us once again. This is one of the highlights of my year. All right, everybody, happy 4th of July!
LCTV sent a crew to Lynn Arts for the opening reception of Imaginary Places and Far Out Place Day, hosted by galleries at Lynn Arts.
I'm the secretary here at Gala.
I'm Emmanuel, I'm a board member.
And we co-curated this show together.
We had over 100 entries, so we were so excited to have so many artists from the North Shore coming. That was
a lot of local artists that we didn't even know that live like a block away. We're dropping off some of those amazing pieces. We have some great installations. Emmanuel has been doing, say it in French.
Oh no, les pointes, filet pointe.
This string art.
String art. I use flag tapes, and you know, it was wonderful to look at the space and just basically change it, interact with the space, and transform it. You know, so that was a wonderful. What can I say? Experience, yes. Because I used to do it on a small scale, and this was a big scale. So
we have the string art installation, and we have 4 different film installations from a local raw artist or a raw teacher, Arturo. and we tried to activate pretty much every single spot. So if you find a treasure map, you'll have to find the treasure map.
Go look around, don't miss it.
I think that's it.
Now for the sports update. The North Shore Navigators split their doubleheader this past Friday at Manning Field. In Game 1, the Navigators picked up a 7-4 victory over Westfield. A big first inning for the Navigators got them going to a 3-0 lead. The bats for the Navigators were connecting against Chase Jeter. The Navigators connected on 12 hits for the game. In the second game of the doubleheader, Westfield was able to hold off the Navigators for an 8-6 victory. Despite taking a 2-0 lead early, Westfield was able to put together 3 runs in the first 2 innings to take the lead. The game was tied at 5 through 3 innings and would be tied through 6 innings until Westfield's Sean Murphy homered to bring in the game-winning run. The Navigators would bounce back Sunday night after a 13-10 victory over the Bristol Blues at Buzzy Field in Connecticut. The Navigators are now 18-15 on the season and are in second place, tied with Brockton. The Navigators are 1 game behind first place team Pittsfield. Sean Lawler went 2 for 5 at bat and scored 3 runs and recorded 3 RBIs to lead the charge for the Navigators. The Navigators take on Brockton tonight at Frazier Field. First pitch is set for 7 p.m. On Sunday, the District 16 Little League Tournament took place in what was an elimination game between West Lynn and Wyoma. A 4-run rally by West Lynn turned out to be the difference in the game in the 5-2 victory. West Lynn's starting pitcher, Gilmer Galva, went 5 innings, allowing only 1 hit. Victor Contreras led West Lynn with 2 RBIs in the top of the 6th. West Lynn takes on Salem today at a site that is yet to be determined. On this week's Lynn Lowdown, we sat down with Ray Bastarache, chairman of the scholarship committee for the Lynn Rotary Club. Here is this week's Lowdown. Hello and welcome to another edition of the Lynn Lowdown. With me today, we got chairman of scholarships committee for the Lynn Rotary, also former president of the Lynn Rotary, am I correct?
That's right.
Mr. Ray Bastarache. I can't hear Bastarache.
Close
Bastarache, even though he told me he told me how to say it like 5 times, and I still Bastarache. There we go, Mr. Ray. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you?
You know, can't complain. You know, Tuesday, you know, a little cold, but
I get it.
I mean, let's talk about the Rotary Club scholarship. You guys just handed out some scholarships a few weeks ago to 4 Lynn High School graduates.
We did. I had mentioned to you on the phone that this year we had the largest number of applications for the Rotary Scholarship, well above 30. One thing that people don't realize is while we do deliver the scholarship packets to every Lynn High School, of which there are 5, St. Mary's, KIPP, English, Classical, and Tech, students who also live in Lynn but perhaps attend school outside of Lynn, like Bishop Fenwick, Pioneer Charter School, they are also eligible. So we do receive application packets from those students too. So
because one of the qualifications, you just have to be a resident of Lynn.
You have to be a resident of Lynn, but you can attend high school outside of the city.
All right, now talk about this scholarship. What were some things that you guys took into considerations when you guys were trying to pick who?
It's interesting how we do this. We have 4 Rotarians who are on the scholarship committee, and we evaluate the packets separately. So for example, they all come to me, I collate them, I create a rubric which would include academics, extracurricular activities, their personal narrative. A big thing for me is the student's story. You know, have they overcome some kind of challenge? Are they a refugee? And also their FAFSA, which is the what the parents are required to fill out to apply for financial aid for all colleges. Yeah. So I have a rubric, I score them, and then distribute them to the other 3 members of the committee. They do the same process. Now, I don't know what their rubric looks like, but I would bet it's very similar to mine. Okay. And then once the 4 of us have scored, then we sit down and we collaborate, you know, who might be your top 4 or 5. You know, I really like this one. You know? So it's not any scientific method we use. So if sorry to cut you off, but so if you guys have the same amount of people like that you each individually like, those are they'll most likely be in the finalist category. And that's exactly what happened this year. I asked for everybody's top 6, and 4 that were on my list were on the list of the other scholarship committee members. So it was really quite simple. We had unanimity, and we go to the board, or I go to the board and ask them to give us a designated amount. So for example, this year we could not give above $4,000. Okay. So if we would have selected 2, we could have given $2,000 apiece for each student.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of how that works. We had 2 longtime Rotarians, Mr. Maloney and Mr. Hastings, who left the club perhaps in their will, I don't know for sure, a significant amount of money to be used specifically for scholarships for needy students. And so we do the best we can to make that money last. You know how expensive it is to go to college today.
Do I?
And so even though we would love to be able to give more, you know, we do what we can, and we have all the students come to a luncheon with their parents, perhaps with their guidance counselor, their representatives from the school, and we award them the check at a Rotary meeting.
Now, does the amount of money they receive change yearly?
Oh yeah,
it varies.
A few years ago, in fact, the first year I chaired it, we had 4 students each receive $2,000 apiece. But I think, you know, finances change every year. You know, if we aren't putting money into that particular pot, then it's just going to go down and down and down, and we're going to run out of money. So I think the people on the board, they know this is a really good thing and something that Rotary really enjoys doing, but they're very cognizant of, well, if we don't put any money into it and we keep writing checks for $8,000 or $7,000 or $10,000 every year, eventually the day will come when the money is not there. So.
So talk about some other things that the Lynn Rotary Club does, some other initiatives.
We do a ton. We really do. We're very involved in the public schools. For example, for 49 years, we have been the sole sponsor for the Lynn Special Games, which takes place in May. Most recently at the Lynn Vocational Technical Fieldhouse, all the Lynn students, elementary students who have a diagnosed disability, you know, some are in wheelchairs, ADHD, whatever the disability is, they have it's modeled on the Olympics, but it's a bouncy house, it's the parachute, it's all, and we buy t-shirts for all the volunteers, all the students, all their teachers. We've been doing that for, it'll be 50 years next year. We do the dictionary project, thanks to Rotarian Jim Harris. We have a sponsor. They used to be the Equitable Bank. They buy dictionaries for every 3rd grader in the city of Lynn. That's 1,200 3rd graders, and Rotarians will disperse to all 17 elementary schools and distribute a dictionary to every Lynn public school 3rd grader. Big project, Equitable, it's now Coastal Community Bank or something. They buy the dictionaries. We have an 8th grade program where 5 times a year we honor 1 8th grader from all Lynn schools. North Shore Christian, St. Pius, Sacred Heart, Pickering, Marshall, Breed, Kip. It's a lot of 8th grade classrooms. We bring them in for lunch. We give them a gift card, a certificate of deposit at Riverworks Credit Union. So those are just some of the things we do with the schools. We volunteer at my brother's table on the first Monday of the month. We distribute food at the Salvation Army on the last Saturday of the month when the mobile food bank comes to Lynn.
Yeah.
It's about serving the community and making the community better, and that's what Rotary is, service above self.
Now, you were the former president before.
Couple of terms.
Couple of terms. How long have you been involved with the Rotary Club?
Well, I joined Rotary when I retired from education in 2012. So I guess it's been 7 years.
7 years.
It was hard for me when I was working because they meet at lunch. You know, I was a principal and deputy superintendent. I was the headmaster at St. Mary's High School. So it's hard to get away every Thursday to go to lunch, even though you might like to do that. But when I retired, I mean, I knew all the good that Rotary does in the city of Lynn, and I wanted to be part of that in terms of, you know, making the community a better place. So it was the right social group for me to join, really.
Yeah, and for those that would want to be involved in the Rotary Club in any way, shape, or form, how would they go about that?
Very easy. Every Thursday at 12:15, we have our luncheon meeting at the Old Time Family Cuisine on Boston Street. You could come as a guest, meet some of the members. We usually have a guest speaker. Now, the schedule fluctuates a little bit during the summer because we do own a camp up in Boxford, Camp Rotary.
Okay.
In fact, we send Lynn students to Camp Rotary for free. It's an overnight camp.
Okay.
It's for ages 8 to 15, I believe. But to come to a meeting, Thursdays, lunch, Old Time Family Cuisine on Boston Street, get to meet some of the members. I mean, if you're interested in making Lynn a better place, if you like to volunteer, this is what we do. And we have a satellite club. For those who can't make lunch, we meet in the morning, Tuesday mornings for like a half hour at Land of 1,000 Hills on Monroe Street.
Not far from here.
Meetings last a half an hour. We're in and out, and a lot of the folks who join the satellite club are the people who are volunteering at my brother's table or whatever. I mean, we've got many, many projects we're involved in.
Well, yeah, you guys are doing a great thing, especially with the scholarship and everything you're doing throughout the city. So keep doing the great work that you all
plan to.
do.
Plan to.
Mr. Ray Bastarache, thank you for coming here and joining us.
Pleasure.
You're welcome back anytime. You can bring more of the Rotary Club members too if you want. We could have them all here. But thank you guys for watching the Lynn Lowdown. It's Ray Bastarache, Mukala Kabongo. We're out of here. And now for some upcoming local events. On Thursday, July 11th, the Red Rock Summer Concert Series at Red Rock Park will be going on from 6 to 8 p.m. The band for this week will be Ultimate Band Soul. The concert is free to the public. Greater Lynn Senior Services monthly program, In the Moment Memory Cafe, will be taking place on July 18th from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. at the Lynn Museum. The monthly program is an opportunity to network and enjoy refreshments as well as connect with caregiver support specialists. Also on Thursday, July 11th, the Building Bridges Through Music will be hosting its music trivia night from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. The fundraiser is an effort to help benefit Building Bridges Through Music Summer Fun Program. Tonight, LCTV's Paramount film series will be taking place. The movie of choice for this month is Big Hero. Doors open at 6:30, movie begins at 7. Free popcorn and beverages will be available to those in attendance. Thank you for watching the LCTV News. Like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit us at lyntv.org to watch any show anytime on your computer, tablet, or phone. I'm Mukala Kabongo. Have a great day.